Dear friends, English literature. Introduction to drama, The Lion and the Jewel by Ol Shoenka. Brief questions with answers. Brief questions 1 to 51. Question 1. Who is Ol Shoenka? Answer. Ol Shoenka is a Nigerian playwright and poet. Question 2. What is the full name of Ol Shoenka? Answer. Akinwande Oluol Shoenka. Question 3. When and where was Ol Shoenka born? Answer. Ol Shoenka was born in the city of Abeokuta, Nigeria. Question 4. When was Ol Shoenka awarded Nobel Prize for Literature? Answer. He was awarded Nobel Prize for Literature in 1986. Question 5. When did Ol Shoenka win International Humanist Award? Answer. He won International Humanist Award in 2014. Question 6. To whom did Shoenka dedicate his Nobel lecture? Answer. Shoenka's Nobel lecture, entitled "The Past Must Address Its Present," was dedicated to the then still imprisoned Nelson Mandela. Question 7. When was The Lion and the Jewel first produced? Answer. The Lion and the Jewel was first produced in 1959. Question 8. When was The Lion and the Jewel first published? Answer. The Lion and the Jewel was first published in 1963. Question 9. Who is the titular lion in The Lion and the Jewel? Answer. The titular lion is Baroka. Question 10. Who is the titular jewel in The Lion and the Jewel? Answer. The titular jewel is Sidi. Question 11. What is the play The Lion and the Jewel about? Answer. The play is about contrast, old versus young and culture versus change. Question 12. What is the setting of the play The Lion and the Jewel? Answer. The story of the play is set in the African village of Ilujinle, and it occurs in a day, morning, noon and night. Question 13. Who is the protagonist of the play The Lion and the Jewel? Answer. Sidi is the protagonist of the play The Lion and the Jewel. Question 14. Who is the antagonist of the play The Lion and the Jewel? Answer. Baroka is the antagonist of the play The Lion and the Jewel. Question 15. Who are the characters in The Lion and the Jewel? Answer. The characters in the play are Baroka, Lekunu, Sidi, Sedika, etc. Question 16. Who is Baroka? Answer. Baroka is the chief of the village of Ilujinle. He wants to keep things like the old ways. He is the lion in the play The Lion and the Jewel. Question 17. Who is Lekunul? Answer. Lekunul is the local school teacher who wants to marry Sidi and westernize everyone. Question 18. Who is Sidi? Answer. Sidi is a egotistical, beautiful village girl who is famous for her beauty. She is the jewel in the play The Lion and the Jewel. Question 19. Who is Sadiko? Answer. Sadiko is Baroka's first wife, who is extra sneaky. Question 20. What genre is The Lion and the Jewel? Answer. Postmodernism, contemporary. Question 21. What kind of plot does The Lion and the Jewel have? Answer. The play has a chronological, casual plot. Question 22. Into how many parts is the play The Lion and the Jewel divided? Answer. The play is divided into 3 parts: morning, noon and night. Question 23. What is Ilujinle? Answer. Ilujinle is an African village. Question 24. What does the name Ilujinle mean? Answer. Ilujinle means deep or distant village. It suggests a remote community. Question 25. What is Odin? What is Odin? Answer. Odin is a type of tree that grows to majestic proportions. It spreads its branches widely and provides deep shade which make it a pleasant place to gather and discuss village affairs. Question 26. What was Lekunul teaching? Answer. Lekunul was teaching arithmetic terms such as 3 times 2 are 6, 3 times 3 are 9, etc. Question 27. Who is a true village belle? Answer. Siddhi is a true village belle. Question 28. How is Siddhi described as at the beginning of the Lion and the Jewel? Answer. At the beginning of the Lion and the Jewel, Siddhi is described as a slim girl with plaited hair. Question 29. How is Siddhi dressed? Answer. She is wrapped with a piece of broad cloth which is folded just above her breasts, leaving the shoulders bare. Question 30. What is Lekunul? Answer. Lekunul is a school teacher. Question 31. How old is Lekunul? Answer. He is about 23 years old. Question 32. How is Lekunul dressed? Answer. He is dressed in an old style English suit, clean but not ironed. His tie is done in a very small knot. He wears 23-inch bottom trousers and blanco white tennis shoes. Question 33. With whom is Lekunul in love? Answer. Lekunul is in love with beautiful village girl named Siddhi. Question 34. Siddhi passes the school carrying what? Answer. Siddhi passes the school carrying a small pail of water on her head. Question 35. What is a pail? Answer. A pail is a beautifully decorated water pot. Question 36. Why does Lekunul scold Siddhi for carrying water pot on her head? Answer. He scolds her for carrying water pot on her head because he knows that carrying any load on the head is bad for spine or backbone. He thinks if she carries any load on her head, it will shorten her neck, it will lessen her beauty and affect her body. Question 37. Who is an illiterate goat? Answer. Lekunul calls Siddhi an illiterate goat. Question 38. Why does Lekunul compare Siddhi to an illiterate goat? Answer. Lekunul asks her not to carry any load on her head, but Siddhi is so stubborn that she does not stop carrying load. So Lekunul compares her to an illiterate goat. Question 39. What is unwomanly to Lekunul? Answer. Carrying load on a head is unwomanly to Lekunul. Question 40. How is Siddhi dressed? Answer. She is wrapped with a piece of broadcloth which is folded just above her breast, leaving her shoulders bare. Question 41. How does Lekunul object to Siddhi's manner of wearing clothes? Answer. Lekunul objects to her immodest manner of wearing clothes. He scolds her for not covering her shoulders and tells her that a grown-up girl should cover up her shoulders so that none can see any portion of her body that excites sexual desire. She tells her that she has worn her cloth, leaving her shoulders bare in such a manner that a good portion of her breasts can be seen. Question 42. How does Siddhi refute Lekunul's object to her manner of wearing clothes? Answer. Siddhi dismisses his objection by saying that her cloth is folded so high and so tight that she can hardly breathe and none can call it immodest. Question 43. Why does Siddhi leave her arms free? Answer. She leaves her arms free to do her chores. Question 44. What does Siddhi tell Lekunul when he wants her to dress more modestly? Answer. Lekunul wants her to dress more modestly. At this, Siddhi is enraged and tells him that people rightly call him the madman of illusionly, and even the children call him a fool. Question 45. Who is the madman of Illuginle? Answer. People call Leconel the madman of Illuginle. Question 46. What does Leconel represent? Answer. He represents Western values. Question 47. What does Leconel dream of? Answer. He dreams of connecting the village to the ways of Western civilization. Question 48. What does Leconel want to rid the savage people of? Answer. He wants to rid the savage people of their age-old superstitions. Question 49. Why does Leconel go door to door with his wrecked books? Answer. He goes door to door with his wrecked books and tries to reform the manners of the village people. Question 50. How do the villagers receive Leconel's new ideas? Answer. The villagers do not understand the meaning of his words, so they curse him instead of welcoming his new fangled ideas. They call him the madman of Illuginle, and even the children call him a fool. Question 51. What is Leconel's reaction to the taunts of city and the village folk? Answer. Leconel is not upset, though his attempt is not appreciated. He is unmindful of the taunts of city and the village folk. Thank you friends for watching my video.